Answer on this one should be 1. Answer on this one should be 123. Answer on this one should be -3. Answer should be -40. Answer on this one should be -2. Pick a number from 1 to 10 and bring it up here. Winning numbers today are 1 and 5. Next up is the homework check. That would be the after-test assignment from Friday. The objective for today is to solve a multi-step equation. The learning target is I can solve an equation with one variable that has a coefficient. And a coefficient is this. A 3 beside the x. This would be a coefficient. Example problem number 1. You have a 1 here added to the 2x. That means you must subtract 1 from both sides. That cancels these out. Leaves you with 2x equals 10. You must divide both sides by the number that is next to the x. This cancels out, and you're left with 5. Example problem number 2. You have a -2, so do the opposite and add 2 to both sides. These cancel out. You're left with a 3x equals 15. Divide both sides by 3. This cancels out. Answer is 5. Practice problem number 1. On the practice problem, subtract 6 from both sides. You have 5x equals 25. Divide both sides by 5. Answer should be 5. Bonus problem number 1. On the bonus problem, you should add 5 to both sides. These cancel out. You're left with 2x equals 20. Divide both sides by 2. And x equals 10. Practice problem number 2. On the practice problem, subtract 4 from both sides, and you're left with 6x equals 12. Divide both sides by 6, and you get an answer of 2. Bonus problem number 2. You should add 11 to both sides. These cancel, and then you have to subtract, or not subtract, but divide both sides by 7 to get an answer of 7. Example number 3. You have a -2, which means you must add 2 to both sides. These cancel out. You're left with 3x equals -9. Divide both sides by 3, and you get an answer of -3. Example number 4. Subtract 4 from both sides because you have +4 there, and these cancel out. You have 5x equals -20, and divide both sides by 5. These cancel, and you're left with -4. Practice number 3. On the practice problem, you must add 9 to both sides. These cancel out, and you get 8x equals a -24. Divide both sides by 8. You should have x equals a -3. Bonus problem number 3. Since you have plus 8, you have to subtract 8 from both sides. These cancel out, and you're left with 10x equals negative 30. Divide both sides by 10 to get an answer of negative 3. Practice problem number 4. On the practice problem, add 1 to both sides. These cancel. 9x equals a negative 18. Divide both sides by 9 to get an answer of negative 2. Bonus problem number 4. Add 12 to both sides. These cancel out. On the right, you're left with negative 24. Divide both sides by 6. They cancel. Negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. Speed problems. On these, we're not giving out a bonus to the first one up here today. It's simply going to go to the first 7, so don't kill each other coming up here. Answer on this one should be negative 19. Answer should be 21. Answer on this one should be 10. Answer is negative 10. Answer on this one should be 41. Example number 5. Notice the x is in a different spot, but it's still on the left side. You have a positive 10 with it, so that means you subtract 10 from both sides. These cancel out, and you're left with 2x equals 14. Divide both sides by 2 to get an answer of 7. Example number 6. Again, we have a positive number here, that is positive 11. Subtract 11 from both sides. Those are gone, and you have 4x equals 16. Divide both sides by 4, and you get an answer of 4. Practice number 5. Subtract 9 from both sides. These cancel. You're left with 5x equals 15. Divide both sides by 5, and you get an answer of 3. Bonus number 5. You should subtract 17 from both sides. These cancel. You're left with 2x equals 10. Divide both sides by 2 to get an answer of 5. Practice problem number 6. On the practice problem, subtract 1 from both sides. These cancel. You have 7x equals 35. Divide both sides by 7 and get an answer of 5. Bonus problem number 6. You should subtract 3 from both sides. These cancel. You get 8x equals 16. Divide both sides by 2, or not by 2, but by 8. And these cancel. You get an answer of 2. Example problem number 7. Notice the x is on the right side, and it has a plus 9 with it. You still do the same steps. Subtract 9 from both sides. These cancel. You're left with 21 equals 7x. You must divide both sides by the number that is beside the x. So you're left with 3 equals x. Example number 8. We have a minus 14 on the right with the x. So add 14 to both sides. These cancel, and you get 30 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5, and you get an answer of 6 equals x. Practice problem number 7. On the practice problem, add 5 to both sides. 30 equals 6x, and divide both sides by 6. 5 equals x. Bonus problem number 7. You should subtract 7 from both sides to get 33 equals 3x. And then divide both sides by 3. 11 equals x. Practice problem number 8. Add 6 to both sides. 96 equals 8x. Divide both sides by 8. Answer is 12 equals x. Bonus problem number 8. Add 3 to both sides. You should have 45 equals 3x. Divide both sides by 3. 15 equals x. Homework assignment.